Simon, the ex-CEO of Hytale, has officially made a counteroffer to Riot Games. This confirms they've been discussing negotiations. Simon has been saying tons over on X, talking about things like negotiation details, offering 10 times the true market value for the IP, and why exactly he's going all in for Hytale. As we all know, just a month ago, Simon talked about his interest in buying back Hytale, talking about how he has $25 million to spend on the game's development and already has a team who previously worked on the game, as well as has experience with the legacy engine. Since then, we've heard rumors and assumptions Simon has been in talks with Riot, which has been quite clear with his numerous memes he's been posting online. Well, now we've finally got a conclusive answer to the current state of the negotiations. Real quick pause. As of editing this video, Simon has announced a breakthrough in negotiations. We covered towards the end of the video, so stay tuned. And now, back to the video. Over on X, Simon posted a tweet, quote, "All in, locked in," following up with, "Just made my final counteroffer, the only chance to see Hytale. I'm going all in. This is the timeline. Let's go." He follows up with, "The offer is 10x what the true market value is. They have no team, no one can even start or compile the game anymore. I hired most of who could, and will continue to do so in the coming days. Hytale is for the players, by the players." Well, there you have it. This is a complete make-or-break situation for the future of Hytale. The game is either in Simon's hands, or we will truly never see the light of day. I also just want to point out how insanely transparent Simon has been about this entire situation. He knows exactly what the community wants, and just from one tweet alone, he seems quite confident. It seems negotiations have been going quite quickly, considering this has been about a month, and he's already had back and forth negotiations with Riot. We are truly in the final days deciding the future of Hytale. As you can assume from this tweet, the community has become quite alerted, with many asking various questions. Simon, though, keeps his promises with transparency. He first answers a few of the questions. The first one asking about what exactly he meant by counteroffer. Has there already been previous negotiations? Simon responds with, "I'm actually offering more to prevent a delay that would permanently vault the game. The last thing we want is for them to start thinking they could do it themselves and cancel again in a couple years under a completely different vision, like what just happened." It's safe to assume this means Riot has offered below what he is putting out before, but they want some sort of control over the IP still, hence why Simon is saying, thinking they could do it themselves and end up with how Hytale was cancelled in the first place. Simon wants full control, and to take this game as an indie approach, he further confirms this in another reply, where someone asks, "Is there a scenario where Riot and your team could partner in the future?" To which he responds, "I need 100% control if I do this. That way no one can stop me from releasing an early access version." Moving along, another user says, "Simon, you seem optimistic," which Simon responds by talking about how he believes his offer is way too much. He would either be relieved if the offer didn't go through, or excited for Hytale to be in his hands once again. On topic of the price, a user asked if he's spoken to the devs before offering such a high amount, which he responds with, quote, "Yes, it's a bad financial decision. This is my final conclusion." Continuing with the offer, another user asked, wouldn't offering more just tip off Riot, making them investigate and realize they could earn even more from it? To which Simon responds with, "If they properly investigate, they will realize I'm overpaying. If they watch internal overhyped presentations, they will think they can fix it." Wow, he is really putting a lot of money into this. To think even Simon knows himself that this is an outlandish offer. I mean, hey, hopefully it's enough for Riot to budge. Another user responds to Simon's tweet, "You're probably the only one who can give us Hytale as Hytale," which Simon concludes with, "To be honest, yes, it requires an indie setup, money, ex-devs, and understanding of the original vision, and not to forget a reset of expectations that allows a quick release to get the community on board ASAP to make content. Anyone else would just slap the IP on their project and claim it as Hytale, only for the true experience to be forgotten." Breaking news. As of writing this video, Simon has tweeted, quote, "I'm in active discussions with Riot Games about acquiring Hytale. Updates will be limited for now as we work through it. Thank you for believing in Hytale. Simon." Now, what does this exactly mean? Well, looking back a few weeks ago, Simon tweeted, quote, "Would do my best to add a clause in an LOI, letter of intent, that I could say publicly something is being negotiated, so I can start actively hiring before the deal closes." This is exactly what he just did today. This confirms Riot is interested, didn't immediately decline the counteroffer, and now he has publicly announced he is in talks. We might have actually gotten Hytale back. It's still not 100%, but man is it close. He also then follows up with a tweet saying, "This is good news," with a heart. And then again to another person, this time with added context, saying he should have worded it better. And another breakthrough in the negotiations, Simon has officially updated his Twitter banner to a Hytale related image. His banner before this was previously blank. He is finalizing agreements with Riot Games. Hytale is back. I feel like more news is around the corner, could even be any day now, so if you want to know the minute Simon tweets out news regarding Hytale's acquisition, and receive this cool Hytale tag visible on any server, join our Discord, the link will be in the description. We are nearing the end, or possibly the beginning of Hytale's story. Thank you all for watching today's video, and let's save Hytale.